From the depths of radio nothingness comes Radio Nowhere.
This is Radio Nowhere. Is there anybody alive out there? This is Radio Nowhere. Is there anybody alive out there?
WJBD is proud to permit Radio Nowhere.
All right, we're back.
Welcome back.
It's good to be back.
We are back.
Radio Nowhere, WJBD.
Salem, Centralia.
It's Matt Donahoe.
Steve Stein.
And Matt Tackett.
And we are happy to be here with you tonight, kicking off the hour for music. We had Coco Taylor's Love You Like a Woman, and then the one we just heard was the Old 97's Murder or Heart Attack. We try to feature some music you don't normally hear on this station or any other stations.
It was great.
You sound real excited tonight, Steve.
Yep.
What have you been up to?
Yep, that just happened.
What have you been up to?
Not a whole lot.
Tackett, how about you?
Not too much.
It's not going to be an exciting show if we don't have something to talk about, guys. This is live radio.
Oh, I thought this
Phil,
was the
Phil.
first draft.
Phil.
I thought we were just going to do this and then listen back to it and figure out how we could improve.
So that was some storm we had earlier today. Yesterday.
Where were you in the storm?
I was up at the church, setting up.
Ting, 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 ting with the hail.
Yeah, I saw it bouncing out there. Thankfully, I'd pulled my car under the canopy.
Thankfully, yes. Yes, that's something we were all worried about. Everyone. Steve's car is
okay.
fine.
It was okay.
Did you check everywhere?
It was under the canopy. It was okay. I was standing there watching it.
Okay,
no
good.
bounces or nothing. It's still clean. Yeah.
I actually have been on pins and needles all day waiting to find out.
I thought you surely would.
I can breathe a sigh of relief now.
Yep. Whew. So, again...
America, breathe easy. It's okay.
Steve's car is fine.
Surprised we didn't hear that on the news.
Yeah, I kind of am too.
A lot of coverage, but nothing about the car.
Huh.
Strange.
Shame.
So. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We were talking earlier before the show that I am getting ready to embark on a journey.
Is it a sentimental journey?
No, it's a work journey.
Is it a spiritual journey?
No, it's a work journey.
Is it a journey of discovery?
Still a work journey.
A journey of self-discovery?
Nope, probably not.
Is it Journey with Steve Perry?
That would be awesome, actually, but no.
So you're
Journey with Steve Stein.
A journey with Steve Stein.
Mm-hmm.
So where is this journey taking you?
I am headed to the nation's capital, Washington, D.C.
Springfield, Illinois. Oh.
Nations.
Oh, yeah, I get that confused.
Yeah.
So you're going to Washington.
I am. I am leaving...
The Pacific Northwest.
Tuesday mid-afternoon.
Okay.
And I'll be out there till Saturday.
And I know we talked a little bit earlier. You said you're going to be working.
Mm-hmm.
But Tackett and I were telling you that you need to take some time to sightsee while you're out there in the nation's capital.
I don't know that I really was. I think it was more Matt saying that.
Yeah, it was.
What? You don't think he should sightsee?
Oh, I think he ought to, but I don't know that I voiced that concern.
It's not a concern. It's a suggestion. It's a recommendation. You're going to be in Washington, D.C.
Maybe I can get an interview with somebody.
Well, you could try to do that.
There's one person in particular that lives there you might try.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't go over real well.
Yeah, but didn't you say you had an uncle out there, Steve?
I do.
Is that who we're talking about?
Well, no, but...
Oh, okay. Okay.
But maybe.
If
he's got something fascinating or interesting to tell us.
Who, the president or your uncle?
My uncle.
Your uncle is the president?
No.
You sure?
He's retired Navy. Does that count?
No. That is the Flaming Lips from...
Really?
Yes, from their Soft Bulletin album, and it's called The Gash. Before that, Watch That Girl Destroy Me, Possum Dixon, and kicking things off, Information Society. And the song was
Peace and Love Incorporated.
Peace and Love Incorporated.
Which I have to be with Steve. I remember that song being a little better than
Yeah,
It was.
I did too.
Really?
Yeah, it just didn't go quite like I remembered.
But I mean, it's an Information Society song. How did you think it was going to go?
Better than
I
that.
thought it was going to be cheery.
Cheery?
You know, upbeat, positive.
Happy.
Really?
Rainbows, unicorns.
Were they known for their cheery stuff? Okay.
They were dance.
Okay. Okay. So here we are. It's Matt Donahoe, Matt Tackett, Steve Stein, hanging out on a Saturday night / Sunday morning Radio
I thought we'd
Nowhere.
already established that this is Sunday morning.
It's Sunday morning show.
Everybody knows
Five.
We hung out on Saturday night. Now
And
it is
then
Sunday
it
Now
morning.
it is
continued
Sunday
into the
morning.
show. So, Steve, New York, Washington. Tell us what you would like to do in Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
You're
First and
going
foremost,
to the nation's capital.
First and foremost, I have to do my actual
Work.
assignment.
Yeah,
my
we
work.
we
I have to
understand
go
you're going to
and
have to work. Yeah.
Install a machine.
Yeah,
Make sure it's
don't-
all happy.
No one cares.
Make sure it slices buns
no
and
one cares.
buns and
no
stuff.
one cares.
Everybody
no
cares.
One cares.
And after that, I don't know. It looks like I'm going to be south of like the capital area. It looks like it would probably be half a mile north of where I'm going to be.
What would be half a mile north?
The capital,
Like the capital?
the capital.
The literal capital.
Yeah,
So if you had a better throwing arm, you could probably get a football within.
So you're talking about the Capitol building? You're going to be staying.
yes.
Okay.
It looked like about half a mile to a mile.
That
south.
seems rather close when you said, "Oh, I'm going to be staying south of the Capitol by a ways." I was thinking like Roanoke or something.
Huh? No.
So you're within walking distance
Yeah,
of the Capitol building,
the bakery itself is just south of all that stuff.
and that's where
I've been told in
just
a
to be clear,
very
that's,
interesting neighborhood.
that's where you're going to work is at the bakery.
That is
but
correct.
but then during the
Is it
day,
named Capitol
or,
Biscuits.
No, it's Lions Foods or something like that, I think.
But then during the afternoon and evening, and it's a business trip, so you're going by yourself.
Yes.
I mean, Steve, that's a wonderful opportunity to see things like the
Eiffel
Capitol
Tower?
building. Yeah, the Eiffel Tower, Steve, or the White House. Or, you could go on a tour of the White House. You could go to the Smithsonian. You could go see the Washington Monument. You could go see the Lincoln Memorial.
Yeah, I think there's like a river and stuff there too. I may look at the river.
The Potomac.
Yeah.
And you're going Tuesday?
Yes.
It boggles my mind. I would love to get an opportunity to go
To a bread factory?
to a bread factory, yes. Now, I would love an opportunity to go to Washington and be able to see it. Why aren't you more excited?
I don't know. It'll be all right. Let's talk about something exciting though.
That is exciting. You get to go to
So-
Washington.
So,
And Tackett's going to Vegas
really, I didn't hear this.
Yeah.
next week.
No. The 10th of August.
Well, that's cool.
yeah.
And he's not excited about that either.
Yeah, well, at this age, it's just a trip.
No,
Oh.
it's not.
So anyway, let's talk about something exciting.
no, I want to yell at you two.
So 2 weeks ago, I had my very first Yoo-Hoo. And I have to tell you, I don't know how I waited this long in my life to try such a thing.
The chocolate soda.
Oh, it's not soda.
Or
it's
whatever.
Not, it's not carbonated. It's a drink. It's a chocolate drink.
Chocolate flavored drink.
Yes. You got to shake it before you drink it.
Which is good why it's not carbonated.
It changed my life. It was fantastic.
So the question is, how did you come upon this Yoo-Hoo?
We have a soda machine at work, and they just recently put some in there, and I thought, under some peer pressure, they said try it, and I tried it, and I liked it, and holy cow!
You know
Okay.
they have a really big Yoo-Hoo machine just south of the nation's capital.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm done here.
Can I
by
get
the
that
way.
address?
Out of
It's 1604 Pennsylvania Avenue.
I will be there
okay, so you're going to Washington D.C.
to check out the
You're-
huge Yoo machine.
You are
it's
going.
not a huge machine. It's
You're
just-
going to Las Vegas.
just fancy.
We have a radio show, and the best thing you guys may. I was going to play another song, And you guys made me stop. You're like,
We
no.
need some Yoo-Hoo in the machine up here. Is what we need.
And you guys are like, no, we got something to talk about. This is what because see, that's why I led in with the whole Washington thing. I was like, oh, Tackett's going to Vegas. Steve's going to Washington. We could talk about that.
The real story is
you
Yoo-Hoo.
You want to talk about chocolate soda.
I discovered
soda.
Yoo-Hoo.
I
discovered it, and it was fantastic.
yeah.
Have you had one?
Yes.
When?
Steve, I probably had one, I don't know, 20 years ago?
How did you not tell me? I mean, seriously, we've been friends for a long time. How has it never come up in conversation that, Steve, you really should try this Yoo-Hoo? And I'd be like, oh, well, what is it? You'd be like, well, it's a chocolate-flavored drink. And I was like, okay, let's try it.
But
seriously, the last 20 years, I feel robbed.
What about the 20 years before that?
Well,
I mean,
I was probably too young to
and
handle it then.
and I'm actually estimating that it's been 20 years. I mean, it might have been high school, which has been 22 years.
Did
for
they
me.
have some in the vending machine at the high school?
I don't know, but I mean, Steve, anytime we'd go out, like if we'd go by a gas station, convenience store, or something, and get something, I would get one.
I don't recall you ever having a Yoo-Hoo.
I don't
think
mean
I
like
would have
all the
remembered
time. It's
that.
not like it was a signature drink of mine. But
It should have been.
I would have one.
Should have been
Do
a
you
signature drink of mine.
Do
years
you
ago.
remember me drinking Snapple?
Yeah.
You remember me drinking Snapple?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You had a Snapple craze for a while. Yeah, you were addicted.
Well,
We should have had an intervention on that, but that's another topic entirely.
Wait. Stop for a second.
Wait, so you both remember me drinking Snapple?
Yeah,
it was
actually,
a big
I
deal
do.
to you.
It was good, but
You had a
How
problem.
was your spicy ginger?
I haven't had that yet.
Soda.
The spicy ginger soda.
See
No.
that. Did you know that he and Chad went to a giant soda store?
And funky.
I knew it was discussed. Yes,
It was giant. First of
because
all,
I bailed on it.
I bet you
found-
they had chocolate drinks there.
actually, I did bring home a chocolate soda. You're right. That's another. I haven't tried it yet either.
What's it called?
I don't know. It's just chocolate soda. It's not Yoo-Hoo.
Is it Me Too?
Then it's nothing. If it's
But-
not Yoo-Hoo, it's just nothing.
Okay, Steve, do you ever remember me? All right, Steve, I walk into a restaurant now, and I'm going to order a drink. What am I going to order?
I'd get a Yoo-Hoo.
He'd probably
What am I going to order?
water.
Right now, yeah, I'm thinking sweet tea.
It would either be water, or if they can make one,
A cherry Coke with real
with
cherry
like,
Real
phosphate
cherry syrup.
like with the grenadine flavoring in it. Yeah. Or syrup. But I don't know what you drink. Why is that weird that I would ever tell you
Pepsi.
what I... Well, first of all, Yoo-Hoo is not that...
What? Be very careful of the next word you pick.
Rare, uncommon.
I
I think was
mean-
what he was going for.
Well, I wasn't. But Tackett, have you ever had a Yoo-Hoo?
Oh my
I
gosh!
don't remember having one, but
We've got
I
to
would guess
rectify
I
that.
have, but it just does not sound appealing to me.
Well, when was the
It
last
is
time you had
delicious.
a Pepsi or a Coke or a Dr. Pepper or Mr. Pibb or any of those? I mean, who knows? I mean, it's just another drink, Steve.
It's not.
They have been around for a long time.
Yeah, and somehow I've missed it.
Hey, Steve, just real quick, just in case, you need to try Pixie Sticks too. They're pretty good.
Yeah.
I have had a pixie stick,
And that's,
yeah,
I mean,
right.
okay, let's go through the list here. Steve, have you ever had a Pez?
Yeah.
Okay, Steve, have you ever had a cheeseburger?
Yes.
Steve, have you ever tried water with lemon in it?
Like real lemon, like
I
a
don't know that I
slice
have.
of lemon.
All right, have you ever... Oh, you need to try it. Oh, my
Nah,
gosh.
It can't be the same.
Okay, have you ever had a Kit Kat bar?
Yep.
Have you ever had a Kit Kat bar with dark chocolate?
Nope.
Have you ever... Oh, you need to try it. It's so good.
Now
Have you
you're
ever-
just being dumb.
No,
A little bit.
I'm not. I mean, it's like I have to think of all the things I've ever eaten or drank to make sure you've tried them.
Okay,
Apparently-
I'm going to
apparently
prove
it's
my
only
point.
drank.
Have you ever had skim milk?
Yeah.
Have you ever had 2% milk?
Yeah.
How
You
about
ever
cherry
had whole
ski?
milk?
Let me finish my point here.
You
real
ever had
quick.
cherry ski?
Are you going to finish
No,
your...
I haven't had a cherry ski.
It's good.
Oh, you ought to try it.
So,
it's
like,
good.
just to prove my Yoo-Hoo point, they put probably like, we'll say,
Wait, what point are you trying to prove?
At,
That you had
at,
one?
at work, we had Yoo-Hoos in our machine, and they put about 12 of them in the machine. Within 24 hours, they were gone.
You had 12 Yoo-Hoos in 24 hours.
I didn't. I wish I had. I
you
wasn't
don't.
there
You
for
really-
24 hours
you
to do it.
really don't.
I think I had 2 of them.
You know.
Oh, it was fantastic. If I had one right now, I'd slam it. I'm just saying.
I'm making a list right now of things that I've eaten ever in my life.
Apparently,
baby formula. Did you ever have baby formula?
I doubt it.
I had that. It helped me survive through some trying early years.
I think it's only
During
drank.
your Snapple years? Seriously, you had a Snapple problem.
I didn't have a Snap. First of all, you can't have a Snapple problem.
Well, you did.
Well,
Time for weather with Steve, sponsored by John's Biscuit Emporium.
hello.
Hi there, very good pal of mine. It is so fortuitous that we can have natural and casual conversations about all manner of things. Biscuits even.
Do you mean the nummy, only fresh biscuits of John's Biscuit Emporium?
Yes, dude, those never ever day old biscuits are a fine quality food product for eating. Be confident in those biscuits from John's Biscuit Emporium.
True dat, biscuit eater buddy. But how might I eat such a fine, hot, fresh, only just baked biscuit item?
Verily, you must put the biscuit in your mouths and chew up them. Please heed my unblinking wisdom. You cannot consume biscuits intravenously.
Nor can you eat them with your knee or your ear. And hugging your biscuit is simply not proper, almost uncouth. A pat or a thumbs up, maybe.
I thumb up all the racks when I go there.
Everyone knows where and how to arrive at John's Biscuit Emporium in Salem. Feet, car, bike, scoot on your back. Follow the delicious freshness downtown to John's. Fly to the moon on the delectable wings of a biscuit and never come home.
I know I can go to John's Biscuit Emporium in Salem for fresh biscuit and not nothing else besides.
My confidence in these eaten biscuits abounds.
You magnificent biscuit, I read your book.
So, the rest of the morning, we've got a 30% chance of thunderstorms with a low of 74. Tomorrow, a 30% chance of thunderstorms with a high of 90. Sunday night, which would be tonight.
Yep.
Mostly clear with a low of 63.
You know, for someone who makes such a big deal about the show being on Sunday, you seem to forget that as soon as weather rolls around.
I'm busy. So, all week long,
you.
it looks like we're going to be in like the low 80s. It looks like it's actually going to be quite nice with another chance of rain later in the week come Thursday.
It'll be
That is
all
your
right.
weather forecast. I'm Steve.
Brought to you by John's Biscuit Emporium.
I want to try a Yoo-Hoo intravenously.
Sugar on Radio Nowhere, and if I can't change your mind before that, Camera Obscura with Keep It Clean, which is something we strive to do. Matt Tackett, Matt Donahoe, and Steve Stein here with you on Radio Nowhere talking about
Yoo-Hoo.
Yoo-Hoo and the other great delicacies of the world.
Mm-hmm. So, I feel like I need to bring up the fact that the phone has been ringing and ringing and ringing, and I think we ought to take it.
Do you know what it's about?
I don't have a clue. I hope it's about Yoo-Hoo.
I was going to say it probably is. Once more into the breach, dear brothers. Good morning. You're on Radio Nowhere.
Oh, morning, guys.
Hey.
Hey, is this Radio Nowhere?
This is.
Hey, morning, guys. It's John.
Morning.
Hey, John. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good. I was just listening to the show. I love the show, and I just wanted to call and make a request.
Oh, great. Don't forget to like us on Facebook.
Like, okay, yeah. I think I might already have you guys liked on Facebook. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll go. I'll make sure.
All right.
But just out here at the Biscuit Emporium and getting ready for the big morning rush. Listen to the show and just thought I'd call in with a request.
Okay. Your name's John. You said.
Yeah.
Are you the John of John's Biscuit Emporium?
Well, what do you mean?
Well, like the owner, John.
Oh, no, I'm not. No, not at all. I'm just out here working at the Biscuit Emporium.
Oh, okay.
Love that place. Love it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, a lot of people do. I mean, and it's a good thing that people love the Biscuit Emporium, because if people didn't love it, then my business would just go right down the tubes.
Well, that's kind of the miracle of. Do you know Keith from John's?
Oh, no, I don't know anybody that works there.
So,
Oh, you knew?
don't work there?
Excuse me?
I thought you said you worked at John's.
No. I'm out here at the Biscuit Emporium
you're
working, but I don't work for John's Biscuit Emporium. Oh, no. He's made that perfectly clear.
Okay. So you're... Are you waiting for them to open?
Excuse me?
Are you waiting for them to open?
Well, yeah, of course. I'm waiting for them to open. I barely get any business before I get a little bit of business.
So,
but
what work are you doing?
Excuse me?
Are you like... Yeah, we're kind of confused here.
Why?
What work are you doing out at... I mean, are you...
Are you in the building at John's, or are you...
Oh, absolutely not. This is one of their... the beginning, I think, of their prime biscuit baking hours. Nobody's allowed in there, especially people who don't work there, and especially people like us.
Okay.
And who is us?
Well, I'm a cart vendor.
Okay.
I run the butter cart.
Oh, okay.
See, I mean, and I don't know if you guys know this, but I guess if you're big fans of the biscuit place, you probably know it, that John does not believe in any kind of toppings or anything, any kind of condiments or anything. He believes in just biscuits.
He is a purist. That's for sure.
I was very surprised the first time I went to John's and ordered a half dozen biscuits, and they basically had 3 people with tongs bring me biscuits at the counter, and they said, well, here they are. And I asked for a bag, and they looked at me like I was insane.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's real. I mean, let me ask you a question. Do you put butter on your biscuits?
Oh, all the time.
I sometimes I do jelly.
Yeah, well, obviously not from my cart, but yeah, he doesn't allow anything like that, and he's made it very clear that he considers it a blasphemy to the biscuits to put anything on it, which is why we, the cart vendors, are relegated to the sidewalk, which is public property. We can't be anywhere on the actual Biscuit Emporium property, in the parking lot or anything. That's why we cart vendors have to kind of circulate out there on the sidewalk.
So what do you do like on a day like today, or like day like yesterday, where we had storms and rain? I mean, how do you handle that?
Well, I've got a little umbrella on my cart.
And that protects the butter as well?
Well, yeah.
You don't have a problem with flies or bugs or...
Well, I mean, it's not like the butter's just out on display. Well, I mean, I do have, obviously, one little, slab of it for tasting purposes, like for samples. But, I mean, the majority of it is in the air-cooled, air-conditioned, cooled cart, the butter cart.
So do you, roll up and down the sidewalks with this cart?
Well, yeah. I mean, we're fighting for attention, all of us cart vendors.
How do you keep that air conditioner running on the cart? Do you have, really long extension cords, a generator? I mean, how does that work?
No, it's battery-operated.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. That's interesting.
I think it takes, 48D battery.
Oh, okay.
To run for, I think that's either a half hour or an hour.
Oh, that seems pretty efficient.
But, hey, what do you expect me to do? I've got to get that butter out there. I got to keep it cool. I mean, that's like saying, well, what do you expect the guy at the jelly cart to do?
So, now that you mentioned, the jelly cart, how many carts would you estimate, or maybe you might even know for sure, how many carts are out there in front of John's?
I mean, I don't know. I can tell you who the regulars are.
Yeah. Just kind of give us an idea of what, for people that don't know, what varieties are offered.
Well, I mean, obviously, you have mine. Mine is one of the biggest sellers. It's the butter cart.
Right.
I mean, people love butter. They buy butter from me, and put it on their biscuit.
Mm-hmm.
But there's the gravy cart, the jam cart, the jelly cart, the eggs cart, the bacon cart, sausage cart, sausage and gravy cart, cutlery except spoons cart, the OJ cart, the milk cart, the water cart, the napkin cart, the balloon cart, the
balloon
chocolate. What's that?
Did you say balloon cart?
Yeah.
Just for the kids? I mean, here's a balloon with your biscuit, or what?
Do you not like balloons?
I think everybody does, but I guess...
There you go.
All right.
Come down, get a biscuit on your way out, buy a balloon.
Okay.
John has great balloons.
John. John's Biscuits has great balloons?
What's it? No. The guy who runs the balloon cart is also named John.
Really?
Yeah.
You were going to say chocolate cart? Were you? Did I hear you almost say chocolate cart?
Chocolate milk cart, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Do they have any
Chocolate
Yahoo?
milk cart. No, the chocolate guy, he got ran out of town.
Really? It's
Yeah.
more of a southern thing, chocolate biscuits and gravy.
Oh, no, it had nothing to do with that. It was just he didn't invest in the air conditioner, and
Ooh.
things went bad.
Literally?
They found a rat in the chocolate.
Never a good thing.
Well,
They
John,
found a rat in the chocolate after someone put it on a biscuit.
One would think that when you were dipping that out, you might have noticed it before that, but
That's not actually what caused them to get run out of town either.
okay.
John is the one. John from John's Biscuit Emporium said it was insulting to his biscuit to put a rat on it. Especially one that had not been properly marinated and cooked. I mean, he's a purist. John ran a real smear campaign against the chocolate guy.
How do you properly marinate and cook a rat, I must ask?
See, and that's the thing. The guy with the rat cart is only here like during the winter months, and I couldn't even tell you.
You'll have to ask him next time then. Next time you see him.
I'll try to remember that. Yeah. I mean, why do you like rat?
I've heard of rat on a stick, but I can't say that I've ever tried it.
No, this is just rat.
Just rat.
Well, I mean, he has like the rat meat, and of course he has the gravy and rat meat. Kind of like, and it's weird because sometimes he gets next to the sausage and gravy cart, and there have been some upset people who get confused.
Well, 4 a.m. I mean, I can see how that could happen.
Well, the breakfast rush is pretty crazy around here.
So yeah, when would be the breakfast rush? I mean, what's your busiest time of the morning or day?
Oh, well, we get the early birds, of course, about 5 a.m. rolling in. Now, see, this is what's smart. Most people that roll in and have a little bit of time to think, ones who get there about 5:30, they come to me and buy their butter pats first, then go in and get the biscuits.
That way
Most
the
people
biscuit's
go to
still
the
hot.
biscuits first, then come out and go, oh my gosh, I need a fork. And then they go to the cutlery place. But smart people, they'll hit the carts first and then go get their biscuit.
Probably a good idea.
You just got to keep it hidden or John throws a fit.
I was going to say...
He also throws biscuits.
Well, that's part of the fun.
But, I mean, these are the ones he keeps especially around for throwing. They hurt.
The throw-in biscuits?
Yeah. That's what happened to the milk guy. He went in to use the bathroom. And John said, if you ain't buying a biscuit, get the... Well, I can't really say it on the radio, probably. H-E...
Biscuit.
Something out. Yeah, and he threw a biscuit right at him.
Did it hit him?
Right in the eye. He lost his right eye.
Ooh.
That was bad.
Kind of a scary-looking milk guy.
So anyway, yeah.
Hey, he was scary looking anyway, and then wearing that weird patch with the skull on it now. It's weird because it's a patch, and it's got a picture of a skull on it with a milk mustache. And it says, got milk. All this on this patch.
That must be a pretty big-sized patch.
It's and he's a pretty big guy, too, so it's a weird... He still does business because people like milk with their biscuits, though.
Well, that to each their own.
Yeah.
The Dippin' Biscuits?
Huh?
The Dippin' Biscuits?
Dippin' biscuits?
Yeah. You dip it in your milk?
Oh, yeah, I guess. I'm not really in the milk business. I'm in the butter business. So.
Of course.
And the weird thing is, I'm also not a big biscuit fan.
You're just a huge butter fan.
No, butter's been in my family for years.
So if you're not a biscuit fan, what do you prefer to put your butter on?
What I put? Corn.
Okay.
Let's see, toast, hot dogs,
Okay.
candy canes.
Sure.
That's usually just at Christmas.
Right.
What do you put your butter on?
Well, I have to agree with you on the corn, but I mean biscuits. Yeah, I mean
biscuits, pretty much.
That's kind of the go thing. But popcorn.
Ugh.
So,
butter on popcorn?
Yeah.
Like you say, to each their own.
Well, John, hey, it's been informative. I didn't really realize. I mean, I'd seen. See, I usually park in back, and I guess you guys are out in front.
I thought you were all homeless people out there just pushing your shopping carts. I got to be honest.
Hey, we're struggling to make a living. We all work very, very hard.
Except for maybe the chocolate guy.
Well, you know who really doesn't have to work hard? John Simpson.
John Simpson?
Who's he?
Well, he's the cart guy.
He's the one that gets the cart, or like provides the carts for everybody?
Yes, he sells carts.
Huh.
Okay.
He is rolling in dough. Just not biscuit dough. Cart dough. Money.
Right.
He makes a lot of money.
Okay.
So, can I request a song?
Sure.
I wish you would.
Well, tell you what. Next time you guys are out, look me up, and I will give you each a free pat of butter.
Appreciate it.
Cannot wait.
But I would like to hear The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway, which is the first track from the Genesis double album, and I think it was Peter Gabriel's last album.
Oh, sure. Yeah, right here.
Radio Nowhere, WJBD.
On Broadway.
It's actually The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. Genesis.
With Peter Gabriel.
Is anyone else hungry for biscuits?
I am drooling at the mouth for biscuits. And you...
Okay.
So, I guess it's that time of the show.
It is. I think it's past time of the show.
Halftime?
It's, well, sometimes, but tonight it's time.
If you like what you heard?
Tell a friend.
If you don't like what you heard?
Don't tell anybody, ever.
It's Radio Nowhere, WJBD, Salem, Centralia.
Back in the day, your ass will earn a man.
What'd you call that tack in? It was. You said it was like Goggle
Gypsy
Bordello?
Yeah.
And it's Gypsy Punk?
Yeah.
Gypsy
rock punk.
Yeah, I like that. I'm starting to like it. You play a couple songs here. I'm starting to like it.
Hey, guess what?
We
I got yoo-hoos for everybody.
No.
You're going to try them. Here.
No, I don't want to.
Take it before I drop it.
No,
Take
don't.
Take it.
You're going to spill it. You're going to spill it.
This has been an I Love Raisins production.